Hi VC, back again. Yes, it's me. Trying out a new idea for a video. So we'll see how it goes. Just bring the mic down a bit so it's more on my face. There we go. You can see me in all my glory now. Yeah, thinking of doing it. Well, not thinking of. I am going to do a new video. I'm going to call it 12 by 12. I've got approximately 350 odd 12-inch singles, and I thought that's a good way of showing them. Well, what I've done is I've made a list of all the 12 inches and assigned a number to each one, and got a random number generator, and sorted them into 12 lots of, no, more than 12, into lots of 12, and going to make a video about 12 of them. So it also gives me a chance to actually play them. We'll clean them up first, then play them, because some of them are really dusty, and then show them. So here we go, 12 by 12, number 1. Right, we start off, the first one out of the box was this one, Pixies, Velouria. And it was great giving this a spin. Obviously Velouria is a great track from Bossa Nova. God, I nearly forgot them. But it's got some really good tracks on here. You've got Make Believe, which is the only song that David Lovering, the drummer, sings, and it's a good track as well. Then you've got a Neil Young cover, I've Been Waiting for You, sung by Kim. And then you've got The Thing on the end, which is a short blast of Black Francis. Top notch EP, really good. Here we go. Next one up, David Lee Roth, Sensible Shoes. I know why I bought this, and it wasn't for Sensible Shoes, which is basically nothing like, it doesn't sound like David Lee Roth should sound like. It's more like a Huey Lewis and the News track than anything else. But I reckon I must have seen it cheap, because on the B-side is California Girls and Just a Gigolo, Ain't Got No Body, which is why, and at the time, that would have been the only place I would have had them, because I didn't have Skyscraper then. My copy of Skyscraper, which has got both of those on. So, A-side, B-side, top notch. Here we go. Another 4AD record was out next. We've got Belly, Geppetto, remix EP. I love it. I do love Belly. I really do. It's Tanya Donnelly's band that she formed after leaving Throwing Muses. And Geppetto's a great track. Then you've got their version of Hot Burrito number 1 by the Flying Burrito Brothers, which is a good track. Then the two songs on the other side are really good. Sexy S, which is great, and Sweet Right, which is more of a slower. Sexy S stands for sexy. It's not Sexy Sadie, is it? It's something else. I can't remember now. But that's great. It's a real fast-paced rocker. And Sweet Right is more of a mid-paced song. But they're both excellent songs. One of my favourite bands during the early part of the 90s, and I bought just about everything I could lay my hands on, was this lot. Manic Street Preachers, You Love Us. This is the second version they released of this. This is the one with the More Guns N' Roses ending, and not the Stooges ending, which is on the original version. Nice gatefold picture. There we go. And on this one, obviously You Love Us is brilliant. It's got a Vision of Dead Desire, which is a great track. And then it's a cover, a really good cover, live cover of It's So Easy by Guns N' Roses. So that's a cracking record. Another band that I really loved during the late 80s, early 90s, probably late 80s, was this lot, Birdland. And they kind of channeled the spirit of late 70s New York rock, so sort of Patti Smith, Television, that kind of stuff, but supercharge it. So they were lumped in with a load of indie bands, but I think they were more rock and roll than that. They weren't just like typical indie. Well, for me they weren't. So this is Sleep With Me, which unfortunately is one of their worst songs. Sounds a bit like, which one is it? I think it's A Wish Away by the Wonder Stuff. A bit like that. But the other tracks on here are way better. Wanted should have been the A-side, the lead song. And then Stay and All Over Me. So it's good rocking stuff. Really recommend Birdland. Really tried to get slated by the music press at the time. They just, but unfairly so, I think. Right, next up, Big Zap. Now, Big Zap are a band formed by Mary from Gay Bikers and Sarah Karina from Bomb Party. Bomb Party? Yeah, Bomb Party on bass, with a couple of members of a band called The Janitors on guitar and vocals. And this is a cover of the Temptations Psychedelic Soul classic, and this is a good cover. Really rate it. Nice bit of pop art on the back. B-side is absolute waste of space. It's just they've obviously had to get something together for the B-side, and they've just gone in, and it sounds like a poor man's version of Can You Dig It by Bob Willie. So it's awful. But Psychedelic Shack, top notch. Another one of my favourite bands, and I've got a fair few 12 inches by this lot, The Levellers. Now this one's Belarus, which is all about the state of Chernobyl and what happened there. So you've got pictures of people wearing gas masks, and there we go, Russians suffering in the cold. 4-track EP. It's got obviously Belarus. Then it's got a cover of Zounds called Subvert, which is a great English punk track that nobody seems to know. Then you've got a remix version of Belarus called Belarus Return, and then a great song, just a sort of an acoustic song sung by Simon Chadwick called Is This Art? There we go. Great single. Wouldn't you guess it? Another one by Birdland. Now this one is their debut single called Hollow Heart. It's a 4-track EP, so you've got Hollow Heart, Crystal, Gotta Get Away, and Sugar Blood. All top-notch rocking stuff. But in this one is a little bonus, because, not that one, yes, that one. I went to see Birdland around the time that that single was released. And they, anybody who turned up to the gigs on the tour got a free one-sided live album, which was brilliant. 8 tracks of rocking, New York inspired. Well, it is indie, but it's more than that. And just to prove the Patti Smith Television connection, they cover See No Evil and Rock and Roll. I'm not going to say the word because I think it's a foul word. But brilliant all the same. And I do like the Patti Smith track, but I'm not saying the name of the song, full name of the song, out on camera. Right, next up. Band that should have been better than they were, really, considering who was in it. Sugar Cubes. And this is Regina. Regina. I can't remember how she sings it now. But this is... oh, excuse me. Just... So this is Regina. 2 mixes. Propeller mix and the jet mix. 1 on each side. This single proves what an absolute moron Ina was in the Sugar Cubes. You've got Bjork doing, her absolute best with the chorus and some of the verse, and it's glorious. And then you've got Ina piping up about not liking lobster. I mean, for goodness sake, I'm glad that guy just went completely off the radar, because he just spoiled the Sugar Cubes with his incessant nonsense. And I'm so glad Bjork went solo, because she released so many good records. But there you go, Sugar Cubes. Next one. I remember this when it came out in 1982, and I remember it just about scraping into the charts. And when I finally got a copy, I was overjoyed. So this is Sylvian and Sakamoto. Ryuichi Sakamoto from Yellow Magic Orchestra, David Sylvian from Japan, and this is Bamboo Houses, Bamboo Music. I remember Bamboo Houses being played on Radio 1, and it is absolutely fantastic. Bamboo Music's nearly as good, but Bamboo Houses is one I remember and love. Absolutely love that song. Absolutely brilliant. I've shown this next one before. When I picked it up quite recently. It's all about the original release of Flowers in Our Hair. Oh no, is it the second? No, maybe it's the remix. It's got remix in it. I don't know which one it is, but anyway, it's got Devil Woman on the cover of the Cliff song, Devil Woman, which is one of the only, I think, about 3 Cliff songs I can stomach. Actually, I really like Devil Woman, so I'm glad I've got All About Eve doing it now. It's actually a really good song, and then it's got also Paradise, which is another good folky, gothy song that they kind of excelled at. So there we go. And then to round off this 12, and I've whizzed through those 12 minutes, I thought it was going to take longer than that, is a band from New York called Living Colour. Black rock band, absolutely brilliant when they started out. Went a bit off the rails a bit, but first couple of albums they've got some really good stuff on. This is off Vivid, and it's called Glamour Boys, which is a terrific track. Then they've got Which Way to America, which is also a really good track. Very politically aware, very politically conscious. Then on the B-side they've got an interview track with the 4 members of the band, which is quite interesting actually. I probably won't ever listen to it again. I probably listened to it about 25 years ago, listen to it now, maybe 25 years time when I listen to it, probably not. And then a live cover of their first single called Middleman, which I've also got on a 12-inch, so that'll pop up sometime. Right, there you go, 12 by 12, number 1. I don't know if you found that interesting. If you do, leave a comment. If you don't, leave a comment. Hopefully it's something of interest to somebody. And that's about it. So thanks very much, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, VC.